Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. I am sick again, like I was at the start of Bookmas, because I pre-filmed all those videos like a month and a half ago at this point. Anyway, it's okay. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing the same sweater in multiple videos from this month. I don't really care if we're being honest. I'm here today on the last day of Bookmas with a video just talking about some of my bookish goals for 2023. It is so weird that we're almost at the end of the year, that 2023 is upon us and will be here in like 8 days at this point when this video goes up, and I don't think it's quite settled in my mind. But I did want to spend the last day of my Bookmas talking about some of my goals for next year. So this is not going to be a super enlightening video or new video, but I do have some things I hope to accomplish next year in terms of my reading and my booktube channel even, that I want to share. So first things first, my reading goal for next year is 52 books. For the last 3 years now, I think starting in 2020, I have been reading 150 to 280 books a year, just depending on which year we're talking about. In light of working full-time now and being in grad school, I acknowledge and I understand that I don't have as much time to read anymore, except for on breaks and things like that. So keeping it simple for next year, my goal is to read 52 books, which equals 1 book a week. I will most likely be able to read more than that, but might as well not stress out about it. I want to have more fun with my reading next year. Not that I didn't have fun this year, but I was for a while there, gotta get that reading goal completed, and I think setting the bar at 52 books next year will be the perfect amount for me to have a little bit of a challenge, but also just be able to have fun with my reading. I also want to write more book reviews. I started off really strong on this last year, and I kind of fell off the wagon by April or May, I believe. I was reading so much because I was at home for the semester and doing school online with my internship, and I was having more time to read, which was weird because I felt like I should have been busier with everything that I had going on. But anyway, I stopped writing reviews because I was just reading so many books, and then I quickly fell behind, and that was a whole thing. But next year, because I will be reading less, at least I'm assuming I will be because of the trend that has been set during my first semester of grad school, I think that this will be much more achievable to be able to easily write reviews for the books that I read, since I won't be forgetting them as much, probably, since there won't be as many that I read in such a short amount of time. So that's another goal that I have. I also want to begin to unhaul as I read my books. I started doing this during the last couple months of this year, probably starting in July actually, so the second half of the year. I unhauled a lot. If I had bought a book years ago and never read it, I was I'm probably not going to read at this point in my life, so I listed it on Pingo or on Facebook, and I've been able to sell a lot of books doing that. So unless it's a book that I tab or I have some sort of emotional attachment to, I will likely be unhauling it. This one, not my favorite book of all time, but I really liked it. However, it is signed by the author and personalized, so I'm not going, to sell it. I'd prefer to keep it on my shelf. But for a lot of other stuff, once I read it, I just think it's better to unhaul it, make some of my money back, give it to somebody else who might appreciate it more or who hasn't read the book yet and really wants to. So that's my third goal for the year. In regards to my booktube channel, this might be very ambitious, but I would love to reach 1,500 subscribers by the end of next year. I think this might mean posting more videos than just one a week, but I do think that I can do that potentially, just based on my work schedule for next year, getting off earlier a couple of days, that I think I'll have enough time in the day to film more videos and be able to upload more than once a week. Not settling into that quite yet, once a week for sure, every single Monday, but maybe on the weeks that I can, I'll upload 2 videos a week just to, get more traction, get more content out there, because I would love to reach 1,500 subscribers. Not that subscribers are everything. but it is really fun to see my channel grow, and I've really appreciated the changes that have happened this year because of it. I am excited to continue doing booktube next year. I have loved the consistency that I've built this year and I'm excited to continue doing that next year. Then I guess my final bookish goal, there are not a ton of them. This video is going to be super short. The last thing that I want to focus on is just reading what I want to read. I feel like I buy so many books because of FOMO, or, you know, I was a part of book of the month, so I was just buying whatever were the monthly picks, you know. But then a couple months have passed, or a couple months like would pass, and I never touched those books again. And I'm like, why am I wasting my money on books that like I'm never going to read? Like, stop it. So next year I'm only going to read what I want to read. I'm not going to be pressured by the FOMO and all the subscription boxes to buy every single book on the planet, because that's just so unnecessary. And at this point in my life, I do not need to be doing that. I will likely be spending most of my money, or like spending the money that I do have on, like spending the money that I have budgeted for books on special editions. I haven't purchased any books like just regular editions in a month currently, and I'm really excited about that because I feel like I'm doing good with not purchasing, you know, books every single week. I'm going to start saving that money toward more special editions and things like that to build up that collection that I have going, especially when it comes to romance, and I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited to be getting more special editions. So I think not buying all these books minus like special editions paired with unhauling books as I read them, or as I just like peruse my shelves and notice that I'm not going to read this book or that book or whatever, is going to help immensely with shelf space, is going to help me clear out my physical TBR and just, you know, pass some books along to other people. And I think that in the end, my shelves are going to look much better. I think that I'm just not going to be as much of a hoarder when it comes to books, because although I do love, obviously I love my books, of course, you know, I also don't need to have an entire shelf of books that I haven't even read. So I'm going to start doing that in the new year as I read some of these, and then just as I notice that I'm not really interested in some of these books anymore, we'll be clearing out, listing books on Pango. I'll have my shop down below if you want to follow me and potentially buy some books from me. I love Pango, really appreciate it, and I've sold a lot of books on there, so we'll continue doing that in the new year. Overall, I am very excited for 2023 personally, both in my personal life and reading wise. This year was the year that I discovered, or that I realized or cemented, my love for romance and thrillers. And next year, I'm mostly just going to focus on those two genres. I know what I like now, and I'm going to keep diving into those genres and finding new favorites, finding new authors to dive into and read, and I cannot wait to do that. So those are just a couple of my bookish goals for 2023. Nothing super exciting, nothing super crazy, but I did want to make a video talking about some of them. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to comment down below and share one of your bookish goals for 2023 with me. Thanks again for watching. Happy last day of Bookmas for me. Happy Merry almost Christmas if you celebrate. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.